Hello guys, once again I am doing another Robopet review. Not on this one, this is my old chrome one where the leg is shattered. And that's my brand new box purple that's still never been removed from the box. Anyways, after I'm done with the review we're going to have it's going to be a separated video. We're going to have a Robopet apocalypse. Not all of them work 100%, but they all do turn on. Anyways, when I do a review I pretty much just talk about the generations. Because it's important, especially with the Robopets. If you want to have one that actually works, you have to look for a second or updated version. If you want, because if you get a first gen, it's not going to work for long. Actually, they don't usually work at all anymore these days. The signatured red and signatured chrome do not come in a second gen. They're only a first gen, so pretty much don't expect them to work too well, especially for too long. Because the first gens are the ones that have the springs that are crap molded to the leg really crappy, and it just breaks off after like 5 or 10 minutes. Another problem the first gens have is, see how loose they get? This affects them when they're trying to walk. So they really, their legs just kind of move and they barely like walk. Because when their body's loose like that, because they have to turn side to side in order to walk, just like the RS Medias and the Sapiens, they move side to side to walk. But since it's loose, it kind of affects them. When you use really good batteries, they work fine, but it's still not as good as they should be. None of them do it work. My first pink worked the best out of all the first gens I've ever seen, until of course it broke. I posted a video a few days ago. Now there's two different first gens of pink. They actually re-released the first generation pink in 2007 because there was still one left and one first gen purple when all the others at Target were second gens. And I know it was a newer model because they updated it. You know, every time it does something, the legs reset. It resets a lot. It would reset a lot faster, and the scratching feature they reprogrammed. You know, when it scratches itself, when it doesn't, it just flips his body back around like this, and that's it. If you look in the video I posted a few days ago, the purple Robopet is the thumbnail of the video. If you watch that, you'll actually see that because they put that clip in there. Those are the only two things they changed, though. They still had the crappy springs. I don't know why they remade the first gen, but anyway, second gens, how to tell them apart. The nubs on the head, the gold eyes. Seeing how they're like screwed in and all that with the leg. I don't have much issues with second gen Robopets, I really don't. Of course my first ones broke, but I played them every day, all hours of the day, almost for a whole year. They almost lasted a whole year, but that's a long time when you consider how much they were used. All day, all hours of the day, yeah. I had my first green and first purple lasted one whole day, and then I had to return them and exchange them for another, which the replacements lasted, like I said, a whole year, almost. So the first ones lasted a lot shorter, but oh my second ones would probably, all these were made around the same time, so there are still some out there that work because they weren't used as much as I used my first ones. Oh my god. When I got my first chrome, I tried using it once a day. When you leave them alone, they go by themselves, roam around for about 9 minutes, and then they fall asleep. I used to do that with the chrome. I used to just play it once or twice a day, and that was it. And yet the motor still died in the torso. I fixed it a few times, but it fell off a shelf and its leg shattered, so the only thing that made it hard for me to fix that one was every screw in it was stripped, so I had to snap its body off. Like, I had to just snap the butt. It was bad. Anyways, yeah. And then there's an updated version of the white, which doesn't discolor to yellow at all. I've had this one since 2013. I actually got lucky and found it at a thrift store. It has the gold eyes, but no nubs. And this version only comes in white. So I think, again, they re-removed. I don't think this is a second gen. I think this was just the last model made. I think it's like the Black V2. It's just the updated model. And I opened up this Robopet. They all have colored wire harnesses on the inside so that you know where they go when you unplug them, so you don't plug them in the wrong spot and fry it or whatever. This one, all its harnesses are white. So So yeah, there's differences. This is the updated Robopet, just like the black and Pro White V2 are the updated V2s with the good wires. Everything in this is better. I think there's actually less wires in here. There's not as much. It's a lot emptier. But the thing is, the position sensors are programmed so much better, whereas the second gens, this one works on any carpet I use it on, except for when it turns. It kind of falls over on carpet if it turns, but that's because it, you know, kind of does that. But yeah, but otherwise, they all kind of do that, no matter what gen it is. But second gens can kind of go crazy when they go side to side, to the point where they can fall over. Kevin's blue is kind of retarded. It just would always fall over when it tried to walk. Actually, when I first got Chris's green, it actually was like that too, but then when he used it at his house, it was fine. This one isn't like that. The body, it moves perfect. The legs move perfect. You'll see it. I'll show you a difference in how they walk. I'll show them to you in action, but yeah, it's an updated model. It still has the better springs. There is a second gen white with the nubs on the head too. Both are pretty uncommon. Like I said, this is the updated model, only comes in the white as far as I know. Now you think this is an updated white because it's not yellowed, but it's actually a first gen with the same shells. Because see, the eyes are black, not gold. So they did give the first gens a newer shell as well. And you can see I have 4 first gen whites that are all yellowed. This one's not as bad. This is actually the first one I got, and this was a lot of 3 on eBay I got when Kevin was over. 2 of them were corroded, and this one I thought was fried because the piece would only spin one direction, but it's actually working now. This one actually works the best, I think. These 2 work decently. Those 2 don't work as good. This one has the back legs broken, and there's a broken gear in the torso. This is a first gen. I used to have a second gen of the silver. Well, this is I call this one kind of gray. It's not too silver, but the pink's this color. What's weird about the Robopets is the head never yellows, and these parts, because they use, I guess, a different plastic for that. It's same with the pinks. Even second gen pinks actually discolor apparently. This one isn't yet, thank God, but they do. And this isn't the updated version of the pink. I'm kind of trying to find a new one of that. This one's front leg is burnt out. Then there's the Dalmatian. This one only comes in a second gen. I don't know where this one was sold at. A lot of colors were exclusive to places. I know the blue with the combo pack was Target. Or the blue, I saw it at Target one time. The second gen pink and purple was Target. I think the first gen and Gen Pink and Purple were Kohl's, because I remember my very first pink Robopet was actually at a rummage sale for $20, but my grandma lowered it down to 10, got them to lower it down to 10, and I think they said they got it from Kohl's, but I don't know. The Sharper Image, these were sold on Sharper Image. The reds in the UK are not signed by Mark Tilden, or they're not Sharper Image either. It's weird. And there was something else I was... I kind of lost my thought there. Sorry, maybe I'll think of it again. I got it. Anyway, green is only available in second gen, which is good. Again, second gens are always... If you want one to use, like I said, definitely find a second gen. Because if first gens are going to fail you pretty quickly if they still work. Because those springs come off, and when those springs come off, they still like work, but the problem is when they try to walk, they fall over because their legs will drag. When they try to turn, their body goes so fast that they throw. That's what they do. I mean, I have, like I said, I recorded my old ones every time I played with them, and my first gens, whenever the springs came off, that's how they always were. My first Chrome, when all the springs came off, it actually didn't. It actually still walked pretty well. It didn't drag his legs on the floor and fall over. Because eventually when their legs drag, when their other parts are moving, their legs will drag and it won't be able to pull its leg forward. It just falls over. But my other Chrome didn't do that when they came off. But when it tried to turn, oh my god, it was crazy. So those springs are definitely needed. Sometimes it can actually prevent them from being able to get back up, I think. But, I gotta let one of the cat out. She knows the hell out of me. I know, I was saying something about the red Robopet, and then it lost my train of thought when I don't know what it was. I guess these ones kind of discolor. These ones get fragile, and you got to know that the first gen pinks, the reds, and the yellowed whites can shatter pretty easily. Not, well, these two especially. I had a second red, and it worked so bad. Like, this one was really bad at first too, but I put in different piece in the torso, so it moves a lot better. It's not as loose. It wasn't able to get up. When I first got it, it couldn't get up on either side because the body wouldn't turn all the way. But the motor was, but it was just so loose that it thought it was turning all the way, but it wasn't. So, you know, I put a different, because I think there's a piece that goes on the shaft. It's a very thick piece that moves it side to side. I think it starts to split too, kind of like the gears, or it kind of spaces out over the years. This doesn't happen with second gen. See, they always stay tight. Like I said, I've never really had issues with this one. Has a burnt out front leg, but I mean, or the wire's off, I don't know. But the problems, second gens do not have the same problems that first gens. I mean, I've had every problem a Robopet could have: broken gears in the legs, burnt out motors, broken torso, just everything. But no. I still can't remember what I was trying to say about. Because I was talking about the UK one wasn't signatured. Oh, I think of what I was going to say is second gens are actually more sparkly too. How is my battery dead already? I'm so sorry. You can't really see the sparkles, but definitely the purple. The second gen purple is sparkly, whereas the first gen is not. Same with the gray. Second gen is sparkly. They have like sparkles on them. So, anyways, I'm going to quickly show you. I mean, I'm sure you all know what the Robopets do, so I don't necessarily need to show you all their tricks and stuff. I just want to talk to you guys about the generations and the differences. So I have a first gen on, a second gen, and the updated. See, that's kind of, see how their legs stray, kind of? You can see that one actually, yeah, they work very similar, but you can see this one's so much more fluid. So, yeah, again, I just don't want to stop the video until I remember what I was going to say, but I won't think about it till once I'm uploading the video, because that's what always happens. Oh yeah, I was going to show you the Bulldog Robopet. There's a guy that I'm going to be soon getting 3 brand new box Robopets from. A brand new box red, green, and Bulldog. Which the Bulldog and green are Radio Shack exclusives. The Bulldog only comes in a first gen, and I'll show you what the Bulldog looks like. They're all yellowed on those too. That's the Bulldog. It's kind of weird. Again, I don't know where this one is exclusive at. Green was Radio Shack. Like I said, blue was Target. The second gen silver or gray was Target. That's where I got it from, and it was the only one. Yellowed whites are everywhere. They weren't yellowed back then, but they were everywhere. Updated, I don't know. Just like the V2s, I don't know where the updated ones of those were sold either. And there's some of the first generations, like the blue, there's like a light blue, there's like a really dark purple, so there's like very rare, you know, variations of the colors, but there's about 2 generations of all the colors, except for, like I said, Dalmatian green and Bulldog. There's only 1 generation of those, and the red and chrome. But there's 3 of the whites, 4 actually. There's the regular ones that yellow, there's the first gens that don't yellow, then there's the second gen with the nubs, and then there's 3 of the pinks. Like I said, the regular first gen, the second gen, and then the remake first gen. So anyways, I think I pretty much said everything that I needed to talk about. Just show a few more here, though. See, they walk so nice. Even with a broken leg, he still walks nice. Yeah. The only thing about the updated version is it's never been able to stand up on its hind legs. See how they all struggle? All these first gens struggle so much. Yeah, so you see there. Oh yeah, and this one doesn't even respond to remote commands. Oh, I didn't even turn that one on. See? That's how they fall. But remember, this one does have a burnt out front leg. It works like when it backs up and resets, but when you make it walk forward, it doesn't work. See, look at how the legs just drag. That's when the screen holders are coming off, usually. See, that one's walking even with a broken torso and a broken leg. Doesn't do too well, but... Alright, well... Oh my gosh, its cover fell off. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it, guys. Ooh. You see, it can't even get up because that's how loose the body is. Sounds baggers are kind of low. Anyways, that's it. That one actually walks pretty well now. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. My second red that I gave to Kevin, this one didn't work at first. I kind of fixed it, and then I gave my second red to Kevin. It worked so bad. One of the front legs were burnt out. It came shattered. I had to give it a yellowed white leg. Kevin sacrificed one of his Robopets to put all new parts in it, and it still worked like shit. So even repairing it didn't work. Make it better. So that's what I was going to say, guys. Okay, now I'm done.